In a world echoing with voices, we have a crucial choice to nurture negativity or to build a future of positivity and respect. This is the moment to decide to carry on as we are, or to forge a new path together. If you're ready to be part of this change, sign up now and stay with us until the end. Join us on the journey to a brighter tomorrow, filled with empathy and authentic connections. Your voice matters in shaping this future. Let's begin. Quiet renunciation of unnecessary goals. In a world that seems to spin faster and faster, where lists of goals and dreams stretch endlessly before our eyes, a simple question can make all the difference. Does this really matter to me? Often we find ourselves chasing goals that, upon closer inspection, don't resonate with what we truly desire for our lives. It seems strange, doesn't it? But it is precisely here that the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy can offer us a light, a way to filter the essential from the superfluous, to choose with the heart what deserves our effort and what can be left behind. And the beauty of it all, making these choices in the silence of our introspection, without the need for a stage or applause. Just imagine choosing to let go of something not because we failed or because it's hard, but because deep down we know it's not for us. Wouldn't that be the height of courage? It's like saying to the world, I know who I am and what I want, and that, my friends, is freedom. Now think of Clara, a person like you and me. Clara was the one who always said yes to everything. Work projects, yes. Online courses, yes. Friends of friends, parties, yes too. Until one day Clara stopped and asked herself, do I really want all this? The answer, not so much. The truth is, Clara was tired, running on a treadmill of expectations and goals that weren't hers. When she discovered the beauty of choosing her own path, of saying no to what no longer served her, something incredible happened. Clara felt lighter, more herself, and with space to breathe, she began to invest her time and energy in things that truly mattered to her, that made her heart sing. Now I ask you, how many Claras are out there? How many of us are chasing dreams that don't belong to us just to tick off a list or impress others? And what if instead, we let go of these goals that no longer serve us? If we chose silently and courageously to follow a more authentic path? It's not about abandoning ambition, but about refining our journey, about looking inward and asking, does this make me happy? Does this help me grow? And if the answer is no, having the courage to let go silently with gratitude for what we've learned in the process. This is true freedom, the ability to choose our own path, aligned with who we are and what we wish to be. Navigating the complexities of human relationships. This wonderful and sometimes turbulent ocean we all navigate. How often do we find ourselves lost amid waves of emotions, trying to understand how to deal with those who in some way have caused us pain? Stoic wisdom, with its richness and depth, offers a compass to guide us through these waters, teaching us the art of caring for our emotional well-being while avoiding unnecessary storms. Imagine for a moment someone has caused you harm, intentionally or unintentionally. The pain is real, throbbing. The first reaction may be to want to explain, confront, make the other person understand the weight of their actions. However, here lies a powerful truth that Stoicism invites us to consider. We don't always need to explain or rationalize our feelings to those who have hurt us. Why? Because deep down, healing and growth come from within, not from external validation or understanding. This isn't an easy journey, let's be honest. It requires the courage to look inward, to embrace our feelings without the need for others' approval. But in doing so, something incredible begins to happen. We learn to value our own judgment and to trust in our ability to overcome and grow, regardless of others' actions. Consider for a moment the story of John, someone who, like many of us, faced challenges in his personal relationships. John was deeply hurt by a friend, someone he trusted. His first inclination was to seek a confrontation, an explanation. But upon reflecting on Stoic principles, John realized that true peace comes from accepting his feelings, from taking care of himself without expecting the other to understand or even acknowledge their mistake. By choosing this path, John discovered an emotional freedom he never knew was possible, a space where he could grow and flourish regardless of others' actions. Now think about your own life. How often do we get caught up in the need to make others understand our point of view, our pain, and what if instead we chose to focus on our own journey of self-care and growth? Stoic wisdom teaches us that by avoiding unnecessary conflicts and promoting our emotional well-being, we're not avoiding the problem, but choosing a healthier and more authentic way of living. The importance of discretion and privacy. In an increasingly connected world where every moment seems to cry out for sharing, there arises a subtle yet powerful reminder of the immeasurable value of discretion and privacy, especially in the delicate landscapes of the heart, such as in the ending of relationships. The choice to keep certain aspects of our lives guarded is not only an act of self-preservation, but also of profound respect for the intimate fabric that was once shared between two souls. Let's consider for a moment the ending of a relationship, a universal experience that many of us will face at some point in our journeys. At this emotional crossroads, it may be tempting to seek solace in external perspectives, perhaps in the hope of validating our pain or finding solidarity in the voices of others. However, true healing, true resolution often lies in the quietude and sanctuary of our own private sphere. By choosing discretion, we are honoring not only our own vulnerability, but also the dignity of those with whom we shared moments of our lives. Respect for privacy and shared intimacy is a foundational pillar in building a more compassionate and empathetic society. By stepping away from the pressure to expose the scars of an ended relationship, we allow ourselves and the other the necessary space to heal, reflect, and eventually grow from the experience. This choice, while it may seem counterintuitive in the era of overexposure, is a testament to maturity and understanding that not all stories need to be told aloud to be validated. Imagine for a moment a garden. This garden represents our inner life, filled with vibrant flowers, but also with lands yet unexplored. When we face the end of a relationship, it's as if a part of that garden has been turned over, leaving the soil exposed and vulnerable. The choice to protect this space, to not allow external gazes to judge or interfere, is a way of nurturing this soil with love and respect, giving it time to recover and eventually bloom again. By practicing discretion and valuing privacy, we are also reaffirming our commitment to healthy self-care. We are recognizing that to truly heal, we need a safe space where we can be authentic with our feelings, away from the pressures of appearing a certain way in the eyes of others. We are, in a silent yet powerful way, respecting ourselves and others, choosing a path of dignity and mutual respect, avoiding the trap of comparison. The trap of comparison. A net woven with threads of insecurity and dissatisfaction stretched across our paths, ready to ensnare us when we least expect it. We live in an era where the shop windows of others' lives are just a click away, inviting us almost incessantly to look and ponder what if. However, it is here that timeless Stoic wisdom reaches out to us, reminding us of the intrinsic and liberating power of focusing on our own journey, embracing our unique circumstances, and celebrating every step forward we take. Consider for a moment the corrosive nature of comparison. When we measure our worth and progress by the yardstick of others' achievements, we not only deprive ourselves of the joy of our own accomplishments, but also overlook the complexity and uniqueness of our own journeys. It's like trying to dance to someone else's music without ever truly hearing our own melody. Stoic philosophy, with its emphasis on self-sufficiency, contentment, and focusing on what is within our control, offers us an alternative liberation from the chains of comparison. Imagine, if you can, the act of cultivating gratitude for our own circumstances as planting a garden. Each seed of appreciation we plant in the fertile soil of our consciousness has the potential to blossom into a beautiful expression of contentment and joy. This garden, watered with recognition of our personal progress, reminds us that every advancement, no matter how small, is cause for celebration. And here, my friends, lies a transformative truth. When we free ourselves from the need to compare ourselves to others, we open up space for genuine appreciation of the infinite possibilities that reside within us. Stoic philosophy does not call us to ignore others, but rather to find value and purpose in our own path, recognizing that we are the sole authors of our story. Now think of Sophia, a person who, like so many, struggled against the current of comparison. With each achievement of her friends on social media, a seed of doubt was planted in her heart. But by embracing the Stoic principles of focusing on what was within her reach and cultivating gratitude for her own life, Sophia began to see things differently. Every small success, every step toward her personal growth became cause for celebration, and gradually the need to compare herself to others gave way to a deep appreciation for her own journey. Letting go of the need for external approval. In the journey through life, many of us carry an invisible yet tremendously heavy burden. The incessant pursuit of external approval, this desire for validation, though human, can often lead us astray from our authentic path, tethering us to an eternal quest for acceptance in the eyes of others. However, what if I told you there is an indescribable freedom in releasing these shackles, that by letting go of the need for others' approval, we can truly find our own voice and live according to our deepest principles and convictions? This journey toward detachment is not easy. It requires courage to delve into the depths of our soul and make peace with who we are, regardless of others' opinions. But oh, the freedom found in this detachment. It's like breathing for the first time, realizing that the air has always been sweet, but we were too busy trying to breathe for others. Consider for a moment the idea that each of us is an artist, and life our canvas. When we constantly seek external approval, it's as if we're asking someone else to guide our hand as we paint, leaving little room for our authentic expression. But by recognizing and appreciating our own inner voice, we begin to paint our life with the colors of our true essence, living according to our own standards, and not those imposed by others. Imagine the story of Lucas, a young man who always lived in the shadow of others' expectations. Whether in his career choice or circle of friends, Lucas desperately sought external approval, fearing to disappoint those around him. It was only when Lucas allowed himself to explore his true passions and values that he discovered an endless source of internal happiness and satisfaction. In doing so, Lucas not only found his true calling, but also learned to value his own opinion above all others. And in this process, he discovered that the most rewarding approval is that which comes from within. This story is not unique. Within each of us resides a Lucas seeking the way back home to a place where external approval does not define our worth or our path. The key to this journey is introspection, the recognition that we are enough, that our inner voices have value and deserve to be heard. So the next time you find yourself seeking validation from others, remember the true freedom lies in embracing your authenticity. By living according to your own principles and convictions, you not only find inner peace, but also inspire those around you to do the same. Do you believe you're ready to start focusing on yourself and transforming your life? If the answer is yes, share a comment with today's date sealing this commitment, and include any reflections that come to mind at this moment. Let's move forward. Conscious use of social media. In a world where social media intricately intertwines with the fabric of our daily lives, the line between reality and representation can sometimes become blurred. We get lost in a sea of updates, posts, and stories, each painting a picture of uninterrupted happiness and success. But what if we could navigate these turbulent waters with a beacon of awareness, safeguarding our mental well-being and cultivating a deeper appreciation for our own journey, free from the shadows of comparison? Conscious consumption of social media is not a call to abandon these platforms, but rather an invitation to engage with them in a more intentional and healthy manner. It's recognizing that while social media can be a window to the world, This window often only shows us what others wish to reveal. Imagine for a moment that each time we log on, we do so with a clear purpose in mind, whether it's to learn something new, genuinely connect with friends, or share something of value. This intentional focus helps us filter out the noise and find meaning in our online interaction. By practicing this conscious consumption, we not only protect our mental well-being, but also strengthen our ability to appreciate the beauty and complexity of our own lives outside the confines of a screen. Consider the story of Marina, a social media enthusiast who constantly found herself affected by comparing her seemingly perfect life with others. By adopting a more mindful approach, Marina began to limit her online time, choosing to engage only with content that inspired or enriched her in some way. This shift not only improved her mental well-being, but also freed her to invest more time in activities that brought genuine joy and satisfaction to her offline life. Stoicism in the 21st century, ancient strategies for modern challenges, and unlock your prosperity, abundance, and improve your relationship. Avoiding gossip and negativity, immersing ourselves in the currents of daily life with the firm intention of avoiding gossip and the spread of negativity, is more than a personal choice. It is a gesture of deep understanding and respect for human complexity. Promoting an environment based on positivity, respect, and mutual support not only enriches our surroundings, but also aligns us with the highest principles of kindness and empathy. Let's reflect on the tangible impact our words and actions have. Choosing to engage in negative dialogues or fuel rumors not only perpetuates a cycle of pessimism, but also spreads those same vibrations within ourselves. Alternatively, by consciously choosing to foster conversations that reflect understanding and generosity, we pave the way for a more welcoming and inspiring reality. Visualize a space, whether it's professional, familial, or social, where there's a collective commitment to uplifting each other's spirits, finding light even in the darkest circumstances, and offering words of encouragement instead of criticism. Such an environment not only becomes more harmonious, but also turns into fertile ground for the development and prosperity of all. Let's consider the inspiring journey of Raphael, who found himself immersed in a work environment marked by gossip. Feeling increasingly alienated and discouraged, Raphael decided to take a different approach. He chose to distance himself from conversations laden with negativity, and instead dedicated himself to highlighting the positive aspects of his colleagues and offering genuine support. This change not only revitalized his own spirits, but also triggered a subtle yet significant transformation in the environment around him. The work atmosphere became more positive and collaborative, a direct reflection of Raphael's new stance. The story underscores a powerful principle. We have the ability to shape the environment around us through the choices we make and the actions we take. Committing to the elimination of gossip and negativity is in fact a vote for a world founded on empathy, respect, and mutual support. Privacy and discretion in relationships. Preserving privacy and exercising discretion when ending relationships is a gesture of profound respect and maturity. This approach, inspired by Stoic philosophy, teaches us that how we handle the conclusion of connections can reflect our deepest values and our commitment to human dignity. By choosing not to share intimate details or seek external validation, we're not only honoring ourselves and others, but also cultivating an environment of mutual respect and understanding. In this context, it is essential to recognize that the end of a relationship, whether romantic, friendship, or professional, carries significant emotional weight for all parties involved. Dealing with this moment with discretion and privacy allows everyone involved to process their emotions and move forward with integrity. This does not mean suppressing or denying what we feel, but rather choosing a path of self-reflection and healing that does not depend on the public exposure of our vulnerabilities. Reflecting on the end of a relationship with respect involves acknowledging that, although the connection has come to an end, respect for the person and the shared moments remains. It is understanding that each experience, even those that lead us down separate paths, contributes to our growth and personal development. Stoic philosophy reminds us that we have the power to choose how we respond to life circumstances, encouraging us to act in a way that is aligned with our principles and preserves our inner peace and that of others. By practicing privacy and discretion in moments of termination, we create space for respect to prevail over resentment. This conscious choice steers us away from the temptation to turn the end of a relationship into a spectacle, instead focusing on the personal journey of healing and the pursuit of a deeper understanding of the lessons learned. It is an invitation to look inward, recognizing that the most meaningful validation comes from our ability to act with integrity and compassion, regardless of external circumstances. Evading involvement in gossip, stepping away from gossip and the spread of negativity, isn't just a personal choice, it's an act of profound integrity and respect for the community around us. Stoic wisdom, with its emphasis on virtue and control over our own thoughts and actions, offers us a valuable perspective on how we can cultivate a more positive and healthy environment. Choosing words and actions that radiate kindness, understanding, and respect is a path that leads us not only to personal well-being, but also to strengthening interpersonal relationships. Involvement in gossip, although it may seem harmless or even entertaining at the moment, carries the potential to cause real harm. By spreading unverified information or participating in conversations that tarnish someone's reputation, we are, in fact, contributing to an atmosphere of distrust and discomfort. More than that, we are distancing ourselves from our higher values, from those principles that define who we are and how we wish to be seen by others. Stoic philosophy encourages us to reflect on the impermanent nature of others' opinions and to focus on what is within our control, our own thoughts, words, and actions. By making this conscious choice, we not only align ourselves with a virtuous life, but also become examples of integrity and respect in our social circle. This doesn't mean we should isolate ourselves or refuse to participate in conversations, but rather that we should be discerning about the discussions we choose to engage in and the way we express ourselves. Consider the transformative power we have when we choose to be sources of positivity. When faced with the temptation to engage in negative conversation, we have the opportunity to redirect the dialogue, highlighting positive aspects or bringing up issues that foster understanding and mutual respect. This simple act can change the tone of an interaction, influencing others to reconsider their own contributions and possibly inspiring broader change in the environment. Cultivating a healthy and positive environment begins with the individual choice to engage constructively and respectfully. This involves practice, and at times, the courage to stand against the tide of negativity. However, the impact of this choice goes beyond our individual well-being, contributing to the creation of a more empathetic community where the dignity of each person is valued. As we conclude our journey today, let us carry with us the commitment to cultivate a kinder and more respectful world. I thank each of you for choosing the light of positivity and empathy. May we continue to spread this energy in every step of our journey until our next encounter. May kindness guide our actions and words,